One, two, three.
สวัสดีค่ะ
All right, we're live. We are live. Hopefully, everything is good. I'm on the Melon app, appropriately named the Melon app. Good morning, Jim. Good morning, everybody watching. We're obviously here in my favorite second location, aside from my home. We are in Starbucks at the Mall Bangkok, ground floor. And I would be sitting outside, but it's not a very nice day. And it's very, very hot now. It's getting very, very hot. Thai baht is the same, 32.62, but it's 85 degrees, high of 93, low of 81. The feel like temperature right now, 97 degrees, and it's only a couple of minutes after 9 o'clock. It's partly cloudy, 60% chance of rain, winds to the north 6 miles an hour, humidity 79%. And at like 5 o'clock in the morning, I think it was 93 was the feel like temperature. So it was hot at 5 o'clock in the morning. So today we are going to talk about a few things. Obviously, we're on the verge of some major catastrophe in Europe. Hopefully not, but we may be, and so that deserves some time. But we're also going to be talking about what is stopping you from making the move. Because let me tell you something, I know a lot of people over the years that have come on to my streams, onto my videos. Yeah, I'll be over there in a month or two. I'm going to be moving there. I got a girl there. I'm going to be moving there real soon. And they never end up showing up. Oh, she's been sufficiently compensated, Jim. Don't worry. Anyway. We're going to be talking about that. What is stopping all these people from making the move? There are some people that do make the move. They eventually make the move. But, it's not always the case. And far more people think about moving, whether it's here in Thailand or elsewhere. They think about moving abroad, but they never do it. And so I thought of the different ways, just like I always do, I kind of winged it. And thought about, hey, there are numerous reasons why people don't make a move abroad. Whether it's forever. Forever's a long time, so let's just get that out of the way. For me to say, when I first came here, I thought I'm going to live here the rest of my life. Then after a couple of years, I went, I don't know, and now I still don't know. So, let me go through some of these messages here, because, all these people who are messaging now, they are contributors to my channel. They're regulars. So I appreciate that. Ooh, look at this. Let's see here if I can catch up. I'm using this thing, and I do have a little experience with it now, but I'm still, a bit slow. Let me catch up here. Hello, 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 hello. Uh, shouldn't Scott be talking about what's stopping you making the move to cover the Ukraine? Well, there's a couple of things, but the main one is the money, the fundage, and I'll talk about that in a little bit. But I like the subject that you chose for today's stream, boss. Well, I'm glad to hear that. Good morning. Making a move, whether overseas or just to a region, is extremely stressful. Nothing is forever except death and taxes. Yeah. Do you want your kids to make some American money? Well, they're perfectly capable of doing that. But there are a lot of people that want to get away from the United States, get away from the UK, get away from Australia. What the hell happened here? Just you know how you put your pants on and you go, oh yeah, the brand, they're spanking clean, they're fabulous, everything's good, and then you put them on and you go, what happened here? They're dirty. How the hell did that happen? I haven't even worn them. They're right out of the washing machine. I just noticed that looking down. Anyway, before I get started, do me a favor. Leave a thumbs up if you like this. If you like this stream, you like the videos that I put up, you like the streams, you like the channel, the channel in general. Do me that favor, and if you don't mind, if you're not subscribed already, please consider subscribing. Hit the notification bell, um, and I'll do more of these, among other things, which I'm working on. That's the thing. Patia Bob's talking about it. He knows. He knows I'm already thinking about getting over to Europe and to Poland or Hungary and working my way in. I'm thinking about it. I am working on it. But before I go on, I want to thank everybody. Actually, look, where's the? I thought I had a little thing up here, so I didn't have to. I didn't have to say it, but I don't have my little ticker set. I'm a little slow, I don't have a guy to. I can talk, but it takes. I have to do multiple things at once, and I'm not always capable of doing that. So if I had a guy that was, what do you call him? Like a sound guy or an assistant. My kids are not here, so I don't have them, and I don't have anybody else. So I'm on my own. But I guess what I was getting at is thank you to everybody who contributes, whether you're a member of the channel, whether you're a member of Patreon, whether you're a member of my website, whether you contribute via PayPal. And tomorrow is a big day with PayPal because if you have a Thai account, as I do, if you don't have a business account linked to the to your PayPal, a registered Thai account, supposedly they're not going to allow you to transfer money back and forth, and that kind of sucks. However, my wife got a letter saying, don't worry, your account won't be limited, you're good to go. She and I got a message about a month ago that said, you guys are both good to go. I don't know if I'm still good to go. So I'm anxiously awaiting tomorrow to find out if I'm able to continue to use my Thai account here. And there are many others here who are anxiously waiting also because they don't make it very clear, So good morning, Johnny. Good morning, everybody. I'll just say that. So Auntie Cup to everybody. Choke D. I hope you're all doing well. Now, we'll talk a little bit about the Ukraine and everything that's going on, but we will get to the topic of the day. And Chucky's going to be coming on. I extended the offer to Patia Bob. He's a little tired. He's a little under the weather, which I can't believe he got much sleep last night because I was getting messages from him at like 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning. So if I wasn't sleeping and he wasn't sleeping, then I know how tired he must be. But yeah, the Ukraine. It's shaping up to be a nasty, nasty situation there. A lot of people are already suffering, and I know a couple of. I don't know them. I've talked to one guy once who was living in the Ukraine. He's a YouTuber, and then there's another guy that bald and bankrupt. I don't know him. I've never talked to him. And they made their way out of the Ukraine and are, I believe, they're in Hungary at the moment. I know another guy in Poland right now who's heading towards the Ukraine, and I know a woman, a young lady, and both of these guys I shot with in Hong Kong, and they are in the area. And then there's a guy that wants to go with me, the Fridge. I just call him the Fridge. His name is Simon. Good dude. And so there's like 4 people already, well, including myself, that I think I know myself, but there's 4 people I know already in the region, plus the 2 guys who left the Ukraine. And so I'm interested in what's going on over there. I don't want to get eviscerated if a nuke goes off. I sure hope that doesn't happen, because that would be catastrophic. And I just hope things don't continue on the path that they're going. But I would like to go there. And what I've been doing is Chucky, who's coming on, we're going to talk about it a little bit. But Chucky has already graciously agreed to use some of his frequent flyer miles. He's got millions of them for a ticket for me to go over to Poland. So that's great. I don't have to think about that. But I am trying to raise some more money. I've got some pledges already. I've got between 4 and 5 pledges already. One has been paid already. I don't really want the money. I just like a pledge. If anybody feels like they want me to go over there, if they'd like to see me over there, like they saw me in Hong Kong and a couple of the protests here in Bangkok, I'm more than willing to go over there. Yeah, so I'm trying to raise some funds for that. But if you want to donate the funds, go ahead, donate them. But I prefer that if it's for this particular objective, to go to Poland or to Hungary, depends on where I can get in. Then just make a pledge. Make a pledge and send me a message, or just message in the chat, or send me an email, send me a message, leave a comment, do whatever you are, and just tell me what you're pledging. And then just be prepared, because as soon as I get near the amount that I need, which really isn't all that much if you think about it altogether, and I am a little bit lucky because of all the people there and everybody that I know there, and I think that helps. But yeah, I think it's best if I just take pledges and not. I don't want to take the money and then I don't go, and then I've got to refund everything. So what I'm doing is I'm just keeping a spreadsheet of all the people who have pledged already, and then all the people who end up contributing, should I get close to what the amount is that I need. And then I'll release everything and let everybody know. I'll give everybody a copy of it so they know how much was contributed and where it all went and all that kind of stuff. So just to be transparent. So if anybody's interested and you don't want me just sitting here all the time talking about things and trying to find somewhere to go in Bangkok or in Thailand, if you're bored with that, then, an American in wherever it may be, Warsaw, Budapest, Kiev, Lviv, one of those places. If you're interested, don't be shy. No amount is too small. So far I've got about I've raised about $400, $400 to $500 of what I need, which is about, let me think here. It's about 15% of what I need, 10 to 15%. So that's out there right now. And where? Let me see if Chucky is. No, Chucky is not even. Chucky is not even. Dude, personally, I think you're nuts to go over there and pick up arms. I don't know why you're doing that. To me, it's crazy. I think it's much crazier than like what I'm trying to do, which is photograph, get footage, and that sort of thing. I think it's much more dangerous. Once you have a weapon in your hand, you're asking for it. But you know, whatever you want to do, up to you. It's your life. You know, and I don't understand why you don't just get weapons over there yourself. I'm sure they'd be more than willing to give you weapons if you really want to do that. So, okay, so then get the weapon there. So what do you want to bring the ammo for? Why not just... And I've had a little bit of a cough for the last 24 hours. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's... I've been vaccinated, so I'm not worried about it. But anyway, wanted to wait for Chucky. He knows he's supposed to... Well, he's supposed to be here any minute. Let me see if I can get a hold of him. Oh, what's this? So he's been messaged. Lurkers, don't lurk, man. Come on in. Say what you got to say. Contribute to the conversation. Let us know what you think. I think it's a very dangerous situation going on over there. And I think the U.S., they had suggested that all Americans leave Russia, and now they're saying all Americans must leave Russia. And I've been to Russia twice. I've been to Moscow once, and I've been to Yekaterinburg, which was no fucking joke. I mean, it was colder than balls, man. I mean, so cold. I think I have a picture of inside of the car. It was minus 9 degrees, which, you know, that's crazy cold, crazy cold. But that was a number of years ago. And Yekaterinburg was actually, I really liked it. I was staying in a really good hotel. Moscow, I didn't stay in as nice of a hotel, but it was okay. And it was a better fight, a better show that I went to, and everything like that. I didn't have the headaches that I had in Yekaterinburg. But I spent about 2 weeks there, and you know, I like Russia. The Russian people were very nice to me and everything. But people are nice pretty much wherever you go, as long as you're nice to them. So, you know, and it's not necessarily the Russians or the Ukrainians that... I think Ukrainians just want to be left alone, and Putin doesn't seem like he's willing to go the passive route. So, you know, yeah. Why don't you come over too, Gennaro? And it's funny though, so many people are quiet. There's a lot of people who have followed my channel for a long time and contributed, whether it's a couple of bucks once in a while, whether it's they're a member of the what is it, the YouTube, like a YouTube sponsor kind of thing, where they just started that a little while ago. Let me see where is that thing? Let's see. Yeah, where you hit the join button down below, and it's like $2 a month or something like that. There's a lot of people who have helped and made my channel worthwhile for me. But there are also a lot of people who they don't even consider it. And I'm just saying, I understand that some people maybe don't have the means, and some people don't believe in it. Some people think, whatever they think, they can think whatever. You can think whatever you want. But maybe you could go and look at some of the stuff that I shot in Hong Kong and Bangkok. And, I did used to write and shoot for Ring Magazine and Boxing Illustrated and Boxing Digest and online. So, I'm not just going there willy-nilly to go have a good time. That's not why I would be going there. Where is Chuck? There is a blip on my beer radar. No, beer is not here today. It is the manager, Mr. Ken, and it is Miss Preo. She is the other barista working today. So sorry, Gennaro. By the way, I did go to the Coconut Girl yesterday, to where her coconut stand is, and nobody was there. So sorry. Nobody was there. I know that people go nuts over this Coconut Girl. I don't know. It was Stephen. Where's Stephen Monash? But there was no girl. So what are you gonna do? I can't be the provider and purveyor of everything. Let me see what's up with Chuck. He's not even. I don't want to say anything. Oh shit. Gennaro, Chucky.
Yeah, hang on.
Are you going to come on or what?
Yeah, come on.
Oh, well, then come on. Let's go. We're waiting for you.
I'm just about to sign on.
Okay. All right. Adios.
Okay.
Yeah, bye. All right, there you go. He's on his way in. I'm sure she would, Gennaro. Anyway, Chucky should be in here any moment. In the meantime, smash that like button. Let's see here. See if I can find my way around here. Let's see here. There we go. I would not call Chucky speedy. He's not the fastest. I don't think so. Knowing what I know of Chucky, I don't think that he's his type. Let's get these glasses off. I feel like a dork wearing glasses. It has nothing to do with what anybody thinks about me. I just feel like that. Yeah, well, you heard me chew my kid's ass out the other day. But I did tell Chuck 9:15 to 9:30. But usually he's early. So I'm not going to give him any shit, Although my kid deserved it. He deserved it. He deserved to be chewed out a little bit because time is important. And the thing here is that there's such a thing as Thai time, and Thai time is not always conducive to getting things done. Chucky, how you doing there?
I'm good. How about you?
You're not late. I know you're not late, so I'm not going to chew you out like I chewed out Nicholas the other day. Nicholas was busy on the phone with some chick. He's on the phone with some chick the other day.
Well, that's a reason
he's
to
supposed
be
to
late,
meet me.
Scott.
But no, it's not. Not when it comes to your daddy.
I think
It's 10 to. I told him 10 to 10:15, and he shows up around 10:35, and I'm like, "What are you doing? I'm waiting on you, streaming, waiting on you. What are you doing?" He was on the phone with a friend. I said, "A friend? Yeah, with a chick." So
Nicholas
anyway,
is gonna be
Chuck,
on the show
today?
Yeah.
No, he was on the other day. He was on the other day.
Cool. I haven't seen that one. Cool.
He was on it was on a stream a couple of days. It's the out and about in Bangkok where the chick's on the thumbnail.
Oh, do me a favor.
There's a chick on the
send me the
thumbnails.
link. I'll watch it later.
Chuck, can you ever look? Can you ever look yourself? You never will look. You're so freaking lazy. He is the laziest. Unbelievable. Jesus Christ. Just go to the channel. It's right there.
Hey, Gennaro, how you doing?
I'll send you the link. Don't worry about it. I'll send you the link when we're done. All right.
That's some good
We're going to talk
coffee.
about a couple things today,
Cool.
Chucky. One is, what is stopping people from making a move to Thailand or elsewhere? What's stopping these people? Just what is it that prevents these people from making the move? Because there's a lot of people, I don't know about you, but I've seen a lot of people who are, they're desperate to get away, go somewhere else, live somewhere else, change their life somewhere else, and yet they never do it. So I'm interested in hearing your thoughts on that, but we're also going to be talking about what's going on over there in Europe. And I've already said my piece about it and talked about, and Chucky wants me to go first.
No, I'll go with you to Lviv.
Probably.
I'll go with you to Lviv.
Oh, okay. I didn't know. I thought you were.
No.
Okay.
I will
All
go.
Right. Well, that's if we can get in, I'm assuming we can, but you never know.
Well, I have a little card. I have a little card for the Foreign Correspondents Club of Thailand. Maybe they'll accept that.
Chuck, don't even go there. All right, don't start with that. Come on. Let's go to the Foreign Correspondents Club. Yeah,
It might work.
So listen, Chuck.
That works with
Chucky.
the police. It works really well with
Chucky.
the Thai police.
Chucky.
Yes.
Slowly.
Johnny CM.
I just wanted to let you know that, Richard Gallagher, he always wants to know when you're going to be on, what's happening with you. He's always asking about you. And he actually asked me to send him a message, to send him an email when you were going to be on. And so I did. I said, I've got 2 email addresses for him, and I sent emails to both of those addresses, and yet Richard's not here. So I don't know what happened to him, but I'll let him know the next time he just pops up. I'll say, Chucky still loves you, and all is good.
I can't believe it.
Right?
I have a fan. Yeah, Scott has many fans, right? And I feel like I made it in life.
I got no fans
because I have one fan. But I'll take more. Oh yeah, of course, Daddy Bear. Oh, for some reason I can't.
Chuck,
hear
take
you
care
right.
of. Thank you, Johnny. Don't egg him on.
You know what?
Don't egg Chucky on.
One of the funnest things.
Why is this not working? This is pissing me off. Wait a minute. Let's see here. Can I do this another way? Here we go. This is the way I want it. Enabled for one participant. Yeah, this is not, something's wrong with this little studio now. I don't know what. Oh, there we go. There we go.
I
That's
can hear
what I
you
want.
clearly. But for a while,
Well, you should, because I got the. Oh, really? I don't know what the hell's going on here, but
right now
I'm
you're
having
great.
a few issues. I thought I'm always great.
That's what your wife said.
Are you having some difficulties here, Chucky? Yeah, well,
I
my
have
wife,
no
she
difficulty.
believes I'm great. So that's why she's still with me. She knows I'm great. What am I
But you know,
supposed to say? I'm terrible.
One of the most fun things in the world to do is to try to push Scott to the highest level of anger that you can get him to go without being violent. It's just fun.
Why do you want to do that? Why do you want to do that?
I
Why
think
would you
people
do
love
that
to
to me?
see I think people love to see you get mad. That's really one of the core reasons why people like you. You know?
I don't know, but something is not working.
People don't want to see you be violent. They just want to see you be grumpy. It's fun.
Oh, grumpy. Okay, grumpy is one thing. All right, listen, Chuck, we're not here to talk about me and my feelings. We're not here to talk about my feelings. Okay? Fuck my feelings. Fuck your feelings. Nobody cares about your feelings. Oh, I feel like somebody doesn't like me. Ugh. I don't care if somebody likes me or not. If they don't like me, fuck them. You know? That's the way I look at it.
Right.
Whatever. What am I supposed to do? Anyway, let's talk about something else, Chucky.
Most people like
first
rock
of all,
and roll.
what's your
most people like
okay,
rock and roll,
Chuck.
but
We're not here to talk
like
about what we like.
roll.
Chuck. Oh, God. Chuck, we're not here to talk about all this other bullshit. No, you're fucking wasting time, Chuck.
Okay.
Like always, you're pissing away time.
Take over.
Okay, I just asked you, what is your take on what's happening in Russia and the Ukraine?
I thought it was going to happen because I went to Ukraine in 2017. I went to Kiev, and the people were just obsessed with talking about Putin, and they just said he was evil and he's going to come soon, and they were selling toilet paper with Putin's face on the toilet paper, like all over the place.
Really?
They even had that in my
Funny.
hotel. They had that toilet paper in my hotel.
Huh. Well, what about bum guns? Yeah, what about the bum gun?
I think they have them, but I don't remember. I wasn't you. I didn't.
Have you been practicing the bum gun, Chuck?
No, I don't have a bum gun.
Well, didn't you practice before you left?
I practiced a couple of times, but it was there's a lot of water all over the place.
Okay. All right. So today, Chucky, what we want to talk about, we want to talk about what is stopping people from making the move to whether it's Thailand, the Ukraine, the Philippines, Vietnam, wherever it might be. What is stopping these people? Your opinion, your take, Chuck, 5 minutes.
What is stopping what?
What is stopping people from making the move abroad? Like they're unhappy in the United States, in the UK, in Australia, wherever, and yet they don't make the move abroad. They either don't consider it or whatever it might be. But I'm asking you, what do you think? What are some of the reasons why people just don't say, you know what, I'm out of here, I'm leaving?
I think
you got 3 minutes.
Many humans, a huge percent, probably even more than half of humans, have complacency in making decisions. They can't make a decision. Like I have a friend,
that's a good one, actually.
He's retired. From his retirement from UCI, he gets like around $8,000 or $9,000 a month He has no debt, no mortgage. He has about 2 million in net worth, but he's never been to Thailand, but he knows more about Thailand than me, even though he's never been there. He cannot make a commitment to just go there on a vacation. It's not a money problem. You know, I'm talking about just even go there. He's never been there. And he dreams about it and talks about it all the time. And, you know, a lot of humans just have trouble, you know, making decisions. So I can make decisions. That's why I've been able to do a lot of things, because I'll think about it. You make decisions. You can decide. You went to Hong Kong. You know, you moved to Thailand. So,
Right.
My friend has a hard time making.
Well, that's the first
decisions.
step.
Yeah.
That is the first step.
Right.
You just make the decision. Once you make the decision, it should be done. If you say I'm doing it, then it really you should, you know, you should succeed and do it. It's not that difficult, really. But there are a number of reasons why people. You don't say what?
I don't say to myself that I'm going to do something and then not do it. I won't say it unless I'm going to do it. You know, so
well, sometimes I throw a lot of things out there, and I don't always do them because, you know, whatever I think I want it, and then I you know, I have to take a step back and take a look at it and go, well, I'm not sure. But most of the time, you know, if I decide once I say that's it, I'm doing this, then I do it. You know.
Right. Well,
not always, but most of the time. But when I decided I was moving to Thailand, it wasn't all that easy. And then I just said, you know what? I got to make this work. I'm going to have to do it. I want to do it. And so I did, you know.
And you did. And you're in Thailand. You've been in Thailand, you know, a very long time.
And
very long time.
Are you frozen, Chucky? Jesus Christ.
You were frozen too for a moment. So
Chucky.
I'm here. I'm back.
What are you saying, Chucky? You're freezing up.
Oh,
are you back?
You were cutting back a little bit too. How do I sound now?
I was cutting back.
You were cutting out, rather.
You sound a lot better now, but now your video is better. Okay, all right. Okay. We seem to be back now.
Scott,
hopefully we won't have any more problems with this.
Yes.
It might be me. Maybe.
I think it's.
I don't know. It seems to be okay now.
I have really fast internet.
So do I.
Yeah.
All right, listen, Chuck. Here's the deal. Your face. Okay, now your face is not frozen. Your face has been frozen, then stopped, frozen, then stopped. I don't know if it's my internet or you, but it seems that we're back now. Can you hear me?
Yes, you sound perfectly clear.
Wow, I'm so happy. Anyway, listen. So that's it. You're just saying that's the main reason, complacency.
Mm-hmm.
Complacency is the main reason why people don't show up here.
Yeah, it's not really about Thailand. It's just it's an issue about
right. It's about moving, getting away.
A lot of people are, you know, that people say risk adverse. They're adverse to making a commitment, making a decision about anything. You know, like changing careers. You know, anything.
Yeah.
I'll tell you a story. When I was 5 years old.
Tell me a story, Chucky.
When I was 5 years old,
yes.
My dad, he worked at a body shop fixing accidents on cars, and he would come home with the cars that he was working on for security reasons. If they didn't have enough parking spaces, he came home with a brand new, decked out Camaro, and we loved the car. Me and my brother and my sister and my mother and my dad. And I said, Dad, why don't you buy a car like this? And he said, oh, your dad is poor. And I said, well, why don't you get a better job? and I knew how much money he made, and I said, "Oh, the guy that lives on like 4 houses down, his dad makes this amount." And he said, "Oh, your dad is not very smart." And I said, "But Dad, you're a pilot. You fly small airplanes, and I saw the books that you have to study, and they look very complicated." I disagree. I think you're smart because you would not be able to get your flying license. I said that when I was 5 years old. And that's how I think. I think like, oh, this could be done. We could do this.
Uh-huh.
So that's what I do.
Interesting.
Yeah. So it's really
What
a
a
major,
lovely
this is a
story,
major
Chucky.
issue this is a major issue in humanity about making final decisions and making decisions in a, fairly
Yeah, I
quick
didn't
period
even think of
of time.
that. Indecision, complacency.
Yeah, that's what it is.
I know
They
my
want to
video's out. I
go.
turned it out so that you could hear me better.
Yeah, they want to go. They definitely want to go.
Well, not everybody wants to go. That's
Well,
the
no,
thing.
there's people that say they want to go that
My
are
audio,
not
my
going.
video. Listen, Chucky.
Mhm.
There's a lag here, yeah, but I turned the video off so that the audio would work a little bit better, hopefully.
Mhm.
So you should be able to hear me. But if you can't see me right now, it's because I turned the screen
Yeah.
off. But let me give you a few of my reasons
Yes, I want to hear yours.
because one of them, like you said, is complacency, and complacency is different from indecision. Complacency is just you just don't feel like getting off your ass. Basically, you don't feel like doing enough to be able to. You're happy where you are with what you're doing. So that's one thing. Indecision is just the inability to make a decision and say, that's it, I'm going. Okay. I didn't even think of those before. But the other one is that maybe like some people, I've seen quite a few Aussies who are just like, I don't want to move to Thailand full time because I like my country. I like living where I live. They're happy living where they live. And so that's one. Okay. Uh, the other is fear. They're just afraid of. They're afraid of the unknown. They're afraid of taking the step. They're truly afraid and apprehensive that things won't work out. They will fail, whatever it might be. But they're afraid. So that's another one. You have a little rental property. You got some stocks that are earning you some money, whatever it might be. You're earning online. Then you've basically cracked the code. Now, how you live and how much you make, that's a different story. But having the money is something that's very important, and getting over the fear. The other one is the unwillingness to leave your friends and family behind. There's some people that just can't do it. Whether it's they can't do it because their friends and family will think poorly of them, or whether it's because uh, they just don't want to miss their friends and family. But the friends and family factor into that. So, Carlos, how you doing? What's happening? But people get homesick. They miss their friends. They miss the lifestyle that they had back home. And so I think that's something to consider also. What is going on here? This thing is not working very well. This Melon app is not working so well. It's not showing me all the comments. It's not going from one. I can't take that CASHAPP thing off that you see in the bottom. So this thing's a little bit flawed here. There's some flaws in this thing. But the unwillingness to leave friends and family behind is something else. The cultural barrier, that's another one. for some, maybe one of your parents is British and you live in the United States and grew up in the United States, it's not that much of a stretch for you to go and live in the UK, you know. But for somebody to come who's from America to come to Thailand or somewhere like this, that's a different story, you know. Yeah, this thing is not working for some reason. Oh well. I'm on cellular, man. I'm not going to go on Starbucks network. Their network sucks. I'm on the 4G.
Congratulations to Carlos.
Let's see
on
here.
The Thai pass.
So that unwillingness to leave the friends and family, cultural barrier, language barrier. The language barrier is something to consider. Where did Chuck go?
I'm here.
Just walks off. There you go. How'd you just pop back up? I don't know. There's a lot of weird stuff going on my computer right now. Why, I don't know. So Carlos, you're good to go. That's good. Let's see here. Get your own work permit. Yeah, it's not quite that simple, Bob. I mean, I don't know. Maybe you know better than I, but I know a couple of people that have done it, and it's not that it's all overly difficult, but just like anything with government, it's about getting everything set up properly, doing all the paperwork, and it can be tedious and time consuming and a bit of a pain in the ass. But that's what you get a lawyer for, so that they can help you. So let's see here. I said cultural barrier, language barrier. Something else is that if you're coming here to work, there is a different work environment, a different work culture than, say, back in the United States or Australia, Canada, whatever.
Very different.
The working environment is quite a bit different here than it is back in the United States, And I've told the story before where you have two employees. One is a very considerate, kind, elderly lady who is totally worthless at her job. And the other one is great at her job, but she's not the nicest person. She doesn't play well with others. Now, when it comes time to get rid of somebody here, not always, but who is going to be the first person to leave? Who's going to be the first one to get the axe? Chucky. It's
hard to say.
It's miserable, this internet here. I'll tell you. It's going to be the woman who is nice, who is not nice, and who does a great job. Because what they want is somebody that plays well with others. And if you know anything about companies, most companies in Thailand, they want that team. They want that team feeling amongst everybody. Everybody gets along fairly well. They want that team spirit. They want everything like that, and they don't care if somebody doesn't get along, if they've got issues with other people, because they're like, screw you, I want to get the job done. I'm going to do a good job. They don't like that. So that's something else to. Like, I'm going to have to pay for excessive weight on my suitcase. 2 check to 1. Really, on an international flight, that sucks. Let's see here. Let me see here. What was the next one? Fitting in. People are worried that they're not going to fit in. And so they're hesitant to move because they don't know, am I going to make friends there? I don't know anybody over there. It's easier if you know people. That's why I always say you got to make a few trips. You got to make a few trips. You got to get to know some people. You got to kind of, you got to kind of learn the ropes, learn where the people are that you might want to meet up with and you might want to hang out with. You kind of need to to be strong enough and to be confident enough, and also not to give a shit enough to say, listen, whether I have friends there or not, I'm going. You got to be willing to do that. It's always nice to have it set up. Oh, now things working on this thing for some reason. Talk about a lag. Holy shit, man. All right, well, now this thing seems to be working again, so I feel a little bit better. Sorry to, good morning, Niall. Good morning
Sound
to
clear.
you. Something else is proximity. Not everybody wants to. What, Chuck?
I said you sound clear.
Let me do this again. Okay, good. Things maybe are getting better on with the software. I don't know.
I think it's easier.
It's been great the last couple of times.
Yeah, I think it's
Go ahead.
easy. I think it's easier for Australians to move to Thailand because they don't have jet lag and they can fly back home really fast compared to being from America.
Well, it's not only that. It's not about the jet lag so much. I think it's for many people. It's like, if they have a mother or father who's ill, or they just like the idea of being able to go back quickly without any effort. In that sense, Australia's good with Thailand or Bali. But I think the proximity is very important to a lot of people. I mean, like if I got to get home for some reason, it's a full day.
Right.
I'm not going to be able to just go, okay, I'm going to just jet on over from, say, Costa Rica or Ecuador, and I'll be home in a few hours. That's not how it's going to work. It's an all-day event, So if you need to get somewhere quick or you want to be able to go back and forth easily, then the proximity is something that's very important. And maybe, for instance, not everybody wants to move to Costa Rica or South America or wherever. They prefer Asia, but they're like, Asia's too far. So why do I want to? I don't know that I can move there full time. So that's another thing that hinders people. And then there's the simple fact that people have responsibilities and they're not able to get away from them.
It's true.
That's just how it is. People got responsibilities; they can't get away. Whether their responsibilities are forced or they put them upon themselves, it really makes no difference. And then let's see here. And then there's the unwillingness to part with stuff. If you got a big house full of stuff, like I didn't have, I had a TV and I had, a little stereo and CDs and a little bit of furniture and stuff like that. If you don't have a lot of stuff, it's a lot easier to move. You got to travel light. So if you got a whole house full, if you're an older guy and you got a house full of stuff, what are you going to do with all the stuff? Sell it? You can. Give it away? You can. Throw it away? Put it in storage? There's an extra expense that maybe you don't need. So it really depends on what you want to do with all that stuff, but it may take a while to get rid of it. So, you can't just say, all right, well, I'm going to take off now. It's going to take me 2 weeks or a month and I'll be ready to go. No, it might take you, 6 months. It might take you longer than that, The other one is if you're a criminal. And I don't mean, like you got a jaywalking ticket. Think about it. There are people that cannot enter the country because they have a criminal record and it shows up. They're unable to get a passport or whatever. It's not everybody. And I was surprised because I used to think that if somebody was a felon, then they're not allowed to leave the United States, but that's not true. So that's something else.
But also
do you ever not eat? Do you never not eat, Chuck? I got to give you shit. Do you never not eat on the stream? Can't you eat before the stream? You think people want to hear you chomping like a cow?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Let's see here. Let me read some of these. I don't have any apps going here. Let me see here something.
Again. He's getting madder and madder and madder.
I'm not getting mad, Chuck. What the fuck are you talking about, Chuck? Stop being an idiot. All right? I'm not mad about anything. It's just every single stream, you seem like you want to show your ass crack and you want to eat food.
I'm really careful about my
What's the
ass
point of
crack.
that?
Ever since that happened, I never want
People
that to
want
happen
to, they
again.
want to hear what you have to say for whatever reason. They want to hear what you have to say, Chucky. They don't want to see you chomping on food, right? You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So
I
it's not about
promise.
being angry. It's about, come on. You know how things are. All right, let me read some of these things here. Yeah, everything is off, Patia Bob. These apps are shut. The only thing that is on here, let me see, I don't know why that's on. Let me see here. That should be shut down. Yeah. Okay. Let's see here. The longer I've been in Asia, the more I want to be closer to my family. I don't want to go back to the U.S., but looking to move my job to Amsterdam. I do like Amsterdam, although I like the south of Holland better than Amsterdam. But let's see here. What is this shit? I'm also dealing with ridding the house of stuff. You see? Niall, I had a lot of stuff, thousands of DVD box sets, CDs, 40 suits, 20 guitars. Holy shit, dude, 20 guitars? Gave it all away. Nearly everything I own fits in 2 suitcases. So are you saying there's a lot of felons in Thailand? Chuck, what are you fucking laughing about? You're like a little kid. I mean, I'm just sitting here going, what the fuck? Unfucking believable.
I took some more marijuana
Jesus Christ.
chocolate.
Oh, is that what it is?
No, I'm joking.
Chuck's on the weed. He's on the ganja.
No, just Scott
All right,
is
let me
really
read
making
some
me
of this
laugh
stuff here,
today.
though.
Scott is making me laugh so hard.
Oh, God. Like, why don't you just stick with the program, Chuck? Stop trying to rile me up. You're not riling me up. You're not riling me up. You don't rile me up. Really. I just container and ship it to myself and my condos in Patia. Yeah, but not everybody wants to do that. And what is it? Containers about what? $3,000 now? $3,500? It ain't cheap.
How much, Scott? How much does
And
it cost
if you're gonna send stuff over by container, you got to consider that some of the stuff you might not even need, like appliances and anything electrical. Unless it's really important, you probably don't need to send it. I gotta put my glasses on.
Scott, I have a question.
What?
For the people that are trying to decide, when they do
Go
decide,
ahead.
how much?
He's locked up. Jesus Christ. Peace, Chucky.
Okay, so for the people who do decide to move to Thailand, or if they decide to move back, how much does it cost them to move their stuff if they wanted to move all of it? Do you know?
What? How much to move what?
If you wanted to move all of your stuff from the USA,
depends on how much stuff you got.
Well,
and it depends on what you're bringing in.
Let's say you have like 40.
That's why you don't eat during the stream, Chuck.
You're right.
Well, you can always send it over in a container, or you can get a partial container.
So how much?
So it depends on what you have in the boxes as well. Well, I haven't shipped a container of anything in probably 15 years, but it used to be around $2,500. Oh. Now it's got to be around 3,500, something like that. I don't know. Maybe Patia Bob knows better than me.
Yeah. If anyone has any comments, let me know.
Yeah, Patia Bob probably knows. Let me see something here. What the hell is so funny, Chuck? Are you on the fucking ganja again? Seriously.
No, I'm not.
You're like a fucking kid, man. You're like a fucking kid. People want to hear what you have to say because they think that you're semi-intelligent, not a fucking babbling idiot who's fucking chuckling like Chucky. Chuckling Chucky. Jesus Christ, man. Oh, Chuck. You never cease to amaze me. Now he's pulling his underwear up right now. Let me read some of these comments because I got some of these comments here. He's like a little kid, really. Let me go over this here. All right.
I don't know why, but Scotty is really making me laugh hard today. I can't stop it.
It took me 8 months to dispose of my property. What is it, Chuck? What are you saying?
I don't know. I don't know what you're
Chuck,
seeing.
be professional, please. Jesus fucking Christ. It's like dealing with fucking a 12-year-old kid. And I say that because I know that Nicholas and Alex are a little more professional than you are. I'm surprised at you, Chucky. I'm very surprised. Janara, if you have a retirement visa and you have a felony, you probably won't get a retirement visa. There you go. Thank you.
You know what, Scott? I am way out of sync from you. I don't know if you heard that, but I'm way out of sync.
Oh, God.
But I still understand what you're saying. It's just that when you ask me a question, it's about 30 seconds late.
Well, there's a delay. That's why you don't look at the YouTube page. You look at the place where you're on in the Melon app. You look in there.
Right.
All right. So let's just get that straight. At least he's not shoving the food into his ass crack. Yes. Thank you for not doing that, Chuck. Would you recommend bringing a dog to Thailand if you move there? Medium to large size dog. I guess it depends on how much you care about the dog.
True.
But understand something. If something happens to your dog and your dog gets ill, like our dog did, with I believe he had a kidney problem, and you want the dog to be put down, it's very, very difficult to get somebody to put the dog down. You know, that was painful to watch our dog pass away right in front of our eyes. I mean, it was horrible. Really, it was really bad. For me, Thailand is a down ground, and you can be an expat in so many countries for 150,000 to 200,000. Buy a property, and you get resident status. None of this 90-day visa crap. I guess it depends on how bad you want to be here, or if you like it here. There are plenty of places to live in the world, and you know what? All the people that don't want to live here, I'm perfectly okay with that. In fact, the more people that don't live here, the better. The more foreigners that don't live here, the better I feel. You know? Let's see here. Yes, Chucky, you're doing great. Bill Carey, it is kind of healthy to make a life more minimalist. I did it in the past, less work, especially if you move to Thailand. Chucky, thumbs up for Chucky.
Yay.
I don't know what the fuck's going on here with my this whole system. Let me see if I can get you back. There we go. Here's Chucky again. Oh, he should be on in a second. This is why I don't like streaming from Starbucks.
Does it work better?
I did it yesterday. It was on my phone. There were no problems. What?
Does it work? Does it work better when you take my picture away? Because I don't mind if you do that.
I don't know, to be honest. Doesn't, I don't know, but it makes much of a difference. I don't care if my picture's up either. There you go.
Yeah,
C
but
for
try
Chucky,
it
and
this
then you
way
can
and
see
see
my
if
little
it works
photo.
better.
There I am. It
Yeah,
seems
try
to
it
be
this
fine
way.
now. I can hear you loud and clear.
Cool. Let's do it this way. People know what we
I
look
can
like.
hear you loud and clear.
This is like radio, broadcasting live
Not
from
everybody.
Thailand, an American in
People
Bangkok.
they want to see you, Chucky. Oh God, would you shut up? Jesus Christ. Unbelievable. You must be on the ganja today. You must be on the ganja. I swear. All right, let me read this. I'm gonna fucking, you know what?
No.
Hang on a sec. I can't even fucking mute him. There he is. He's muted now. Ah, fuck. The last thing I want to hear is him cackling. Jesus Christ. Fucking cackling Chucky. I can't even get this page to load now. It's really bad. Let me read some of this stuff. $1,600 for a single pallet. Yeah, that's way too much. Because I used to send stuff and it was a pallet and it'd be $500 or something. But let's see here. Drink some water, Chucky. I used a container and paid a total of $48.75. Container cost was $2,500, which I resold when it arrived. I avoided duty on container items as I used the one-time retirement to my purchased home in Thailand and Treaty of Amity. Yeah, you do get
Does that mean you have
I
to
don't
buy
remember how much it is.
Does that mean you have
No,
to
you don't
buy a
have to
property?
buy it.
Okay. So
No,
if
you get a
renters
I
do
forget
that
how
too?
much it. Chuck, you get a certain amount when you come into the country. When you show that you have the visa that allows you to come into the country and stay in the country, you get a certain amount. I don't remember how much it is because it's been so long, but it's got to be, I don't know, 50,000 baht or something like that. You don't pay any duties on that, but there are other ways to get around it, you know. But what Bob's saying is that he avoided it because he used the retirement for his purchased home and the Treaty of Amity, which should give you more. You should be allowed to bring in more stuff. You get a higher amount that's, a higher limit for your stuff. Depends on the felony, yes. When I bought appliances and other electronics and photos, studio, I always Cecil's to make sure it was voltage. Equal check. Okay. Two bags. No dog. The Thai fleas are vicious. I wouldn't say that that's a reason to stop from having a dog. The thing about retired, you get citizenship. Sure, you got it. Okay, so then the thing is, Mark, I understand it's not for everybody to come here. I don't give a shit. And you don't have to. You can get somebody to do the 90-day paperwork for you. It doesn't matter. Maybe something important and different to moving areas is that there would be more uncertainty in the world. Well, and that's why being fairly liquid, and being able to to move fluidly between countries is very important. I mean, at the very least, we know that we can move. I mean, we can split and go to Singapore, Cambodia, Hong Kong, although Hong Kong's not one of my first choices. There are places that we could go to fairly inexpensively and fairly quickly. Experience trumps as you get old. Chubby Nick Nolte is high. Yeah, he sure sounds like he's high on the fucking
No,
ganja.
I'm not high at all. Not at all. Not
Chucky's
at all.
high on the ganja.
I'm not high.
I tried to import. Well, it's an automobile, first of all, so they're going to try to get whatever they can out of you for oh Jesus, Mark. I hate hearing this shit because it's so true, but because the people who want to, they just don't want to come here. I understand there are other places that may treat you better. You may, they may suit you better. But for me, I'm here. I've been here a long time. I don't have any problems with any of this shit. I'm not bringing in a car. I don't give a flying fuck about bringing in a car. You want to get a Mustang, buy one here. You know. Yeah, I mean, I have a feeling that this is a little bit of bullshit. So, let's just put it that way. Let's put it that way, all right? I have a feeling he's just full of shit. I mean, you can say what you want, but, like, the bottom line is I don't have a problem with acknowledging that there are places as good or better than Thailand. I'm just saying if people want to come to Thailand, there's no reason why they can't. I understand. You can give your experience, but don't give this bullshit out that it's 900%, because it's not. And yeah, if you don't think that they want us here, I mean, you know, there are times when it seems that way, but I think for the most part, the average Thai is very welcoming and very accommodating to foreigners here. So, you know, it's as simple as that. And like I said, if you don't like it here,
You know what it is, Scott? Can you hear
Chucky
me?
doing now? He's probably bent over with his ass crack hanging out.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
We heard you, Chucky.
Okay. So
Yes. Hello.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Chucky, remember the whole that this is a live stream. Oh God, I gotta fucking mute you. He's fucking driving me crazy, this guy. It's like, what are you, 4 years old, Chuck? You're like 4 years old. You're like a little girl. Jesus Christ.
High. I am not high.
You're high.
Promise.
You're high.
No.
You're fucking high, you fucking loady. Chucky's higher than a kite.
No, I'm not. No.
How dare you come on my show like this?
I'm not.
Look at this.
I'm not.
Next thing you know, Longhorn's just gonna make a copy of your screen. He's gonna make a screenshot of your face, and he's gonna put it up as his little logo, just like the ass crack.
No, actually, Scott,
I gotta just do away with this. It's not working very well. That's what's a bit irritating.
So can you hear
Chucky
me for
is
audio?
you're as Chucky is clear as ever on the stream. I see. You mean clear or high?
I'm not high.
Patty, Bob, my resolution is set to 480, so it should be okay for most people. Chucky's been licking fentanyl patches. Chucky, you high son of a bitch, you. He's on the fucking ganja cookies. That's what it is. He's on the ganja cookies. I guarantee you.
I'm not.
Anyway.
I'm not. Can you hear me?
All right, Chucky. You know, stay focused, Chuck.
Okay, I'm focused.
Jesus Christ. Hang on a second. Jesus Christ. I got messages up galore, and I got him fucking acting like a little kid. Scott, you can leave Chucky's pictures up. Only your video, Scott, is blurry. Yeah, I need to get in touch with what do you call it? This Melon app thing. I'm not happy with it. I don't care if it's $5 or $500. I'm not happy with how it is, the quality of it. Let's see. I love them not judging. I don't know what the hell you guys are talking about. All right, so I said be a criminal, and that's not always the case. There's plenty of criminals that make it in here. So let me summarize. Number one, you like living in your own country, so you don't really want to move here to Thailand or to any other country. Number two, money. Money is always an issue, and maybe that's preventing you from making the move. Number three, fear. Your fear may be that you fear that maybe you're not capable enough to come over here and do it. You fear that it's going to be an assault on your senses, which it will be. You fear that you're just going to fail. Number four, unwilling to leave friends and family. You don't want to experience homesickness. Number five, cultural barriers. Number six, language barriers. Number seven, the proximity to your own country. If you got like a loved one that's ill or something, and you got to be able to get to them quickly, it makes sense to be closer than far away. Number eight, there is a different work environment and culture. So if you're coming here to work or you're thinking about it, that might prevent you from coming here. I don't know that it would, but some people I know that they don't particularly like the work environment, and some think it's conducive to not getting things done. Number nine, you have a hard time fitting in here. You don't feel like you're part of the whole society, which, it's easy to feel that way, but it's not always true. You just get your own little bubble, your own little set of people, and you got your own little society. That's how you fit in. And you learn how to speak the language. Number 10, you might have responsibilities back home that prevent you from coming here. Whether it's you're a parent, you don't want to be away from your kid, or whatever it might be. You've got responsibilities. Number 11, unwillingness to part with stuff. Making the move is just too damn difficult, or you just don't feel like dealing with it. And number 12, maybe you've got some kind of a felony and you committed a crime that will cause problems for you. You won't be able, maybe you can't even get a passport. I don't know. Or maybe you just can't get into Thailand. And then there's also complacency, which is number 13. And number 14 is indecision. You got a hard time making this. Do I really want to go there? I'm not sure. I'm stuck between Thailand and Vietnam, and I'm not really sure that I even want to go there. Let me see something here. Jesus Christ. Nothing is working here. Open a customer support with them now, and they will sample your stream if it's live. Well, I will try to do that. Chuck, the cops are coming to your door.
I'm not high at all.
Thank you, my other moderator. Thank you. Let's see here. Yeah, sure, Chuck. I have a friend that is afraid to travel alone to Thailand. I cannot understand his fears. I will say this: before I started coming here, I had been to a number of countries. I'd been all over the Caribbean, and I'd been to Canada, and I'd been to a few places. But I decided to go to the Netherlands because I always wanted to go there. And then it took me a few trips. And then after talking to some of the guys there who had been to Thailand, I thought, you know what? I think I'm ready now to travel to Thailand. But before that, I didn't want to come here because I didn't want to have to deal with, this is almost 30 years ago. I didn't want to have to deal with people that didn't speak English and they wouldn't understand me. And I'm like standing there like a dumb shit with my dick in my hand going, hey, which way do I go? And they're like, huh? I never really had experienced that because everywhere I went, they were speaking English. So it took me a while to get over that. But anyway, exhibitionist Chucky jailed for showing his ass crack on public video. Some expats think they don't fit in, but actually the door is open. Yeah, let me see if I can do this with their little, I don't know how I can report a bug. Oh, yeah, need help. Let's see, can I do that? Yeah, I don't know how it's going to work. Is it going to still work? No, nothing's working on the son of a bitch right now. Let me see if I can do it. I'd like to get them on to where they can watch what's going on, so I can figure this out once and for all. Because the speed is fine. Now, Chucky, can you hear me okay?
Oh, you sound perfectly clear. Perfectly clear.
Okay, good. So nobody wants to see me anyway. I'm not as pretty as Chucky.
You're a lot more.
I don't
but
have
you're
that
a
sweet
daddy
baby
bear,
face
though.
that Chucky has.
But you're a
Yeah,
daddy
yeah,
bear.
okay. I guess.
If you have,
Problem
if we
is,
have
like,
time,
guys like Gennaro, they don't want to stay in the stream when they don't see what's going on around them. They don't see all the baristas and the hotties, you know. Yeah, my internet is not very good. I'm going to blame it on my internet, but I don't know what it is. There's all kinds of little issues with this program, and I have a feeling they'll just tell me restart the browser or whatever, which means the stream goes off. So I don't want to do that. I feel safer walking down any street in Thailand than I do walking to my local 7-Eleven. Yeah, you know what? Here in Thailand,
me
I mean,
too.
that's something I never really have to give much thought. Is do I feel like I'm in danger? The only time I've ever felt any little inkling of danger was when I was at one of the protests when the cops were shooting at the protesters, and that was, that wasn't really, that was nothing. That was baby. So, yeah, I can't even get this fucking thing to load. I don't know what's going on. I think it's Chuck's fault. Let's just blame it on Chuck. It's easy that way.
Yeah.
I can't even read here. I don't know about you, but the only problem that stops me from is not having enough money. Can't wait to get out of Europe. Western women are terrible and lifestyle boring here. Well,
All of a sudden, I can't hear Scotty.
nobody hears me. Jesus Christ. Chucky. Calling on
I'm here.
Chucky. Calling on Chucky.
I'm here. I'm here. I can hear you.
What are you doing, Chuck?
I've been waiting for you to talk to me.
Focus.
I'm focused. I'm here.
Focus, little boy. Focus.
I'm focused.
Uh-huh.
I'm here.
Uh-huh. Look at your line account, will you?
Okay, hang on.
Please. I can't even get my fucking page to. Son of a bitch. And I got, oh, well, what a wonderful stream today. All right, I'm back on here. He says he cannot hear me 60% of the time. Yeah, Chuck, are you using your goddamn phone? Chuck is the boss. Yeah, sure. Chuck's the boss. Uh-huh. I don't know where he is. Use your computer, not your goddamn phone. Because he uses. I know that he had problems when he was traveling because it's Putin's fault. Because he was using his program that came with Verizon or whatever the hell it was, and it was slow. His internet speed was slow. He's saying his internet speed is so fast now. Hopefully people can hear me. Let's see here. Longhorns, good of you to join us. I'm surprised. Pleasantly surprised. It is Putin's fault. All right, now the things are coming in here. Open your phone browser and click your own stream and allow yourself. Yes, I know that I can do that. Let me see. I've done that before. I gotta just send myself a little. I gotta send myself the link. Is what I gotta do. How am I gonna do this here? I can just do it by. Let's see here. All right, maybe I can do it. Give me a second, ladies and gentlemen. Well, now I got to wait for the thing to update. To meet ladies and going for them to gentlemen, that's something I cannot do in Europe. Why not? I did it. I used to do it when I was in the Netherlands and Belgium, and that's what I did. Ladies, what ladies? Let me see here. Thailand, the women, that's the icing on the cake, really. I can't even get this fucking thing to update. It's just such a. And it's not me. That's the thing. If it was me, I'd be like, okay. All right, here we go. I'm trying to get the notes to update because I'm putting the link on the notes. You know what I'm saying? I can't even see what people are messaging me here. Let's see here. Let's see, HTTPS. Thank you, Patia Bob. Patia Bob once again saves the day. Now let me see here. Okay, it should be loading in a moment. Now, let me see here. Oh, I wonder if that's why. What? What does it say? Will you be? Well, I thought you were coming back in a couple of months, like 2 or 3 months. Doesn't seem like it's working. Oh, you know what? I gotta open it up. I gotta open it up in a browser. That's what I gotta do. Shit. Can Malin figure his shit out? All right, I'm in. All right, let me see if this is gonna work. All right, I see myself now. iPhone microphone. All right, I'm joining. You're a part of the broadcast. Shit. You are not part of the broadcast yet. All right, well, I'm on now. It's on the YouTube. Is there an echo? Let me, you know what I can do here? Hang on. You're as clear as a bell. How about now? That's what I can do. So I can hide this. And here I am. All right, now we're good to go. No, my computer sound is the only sound on my computer is my headphones. Okay, much better. Well, I'm very glad to hear that. Longhorns, are you planning to go to the Ukraine? Just curious. Longhorns can't. He can watch Gunsmoke in Thailand. Why can't he? No problem at all. Yeah, let me see. Can I do this? Let me see. Let's see. Can I do it? Let's see. If this works. No, I think you know what I think it is. I think it has to do with the Adobe Flash or some shit like that. Because I'm clicking and nothing's happening. Ukraine is FUBAR. Yeah, you're probably right. Anyway, where's Chuck now? Chucky's he's like, I can only hear you 60% of the time. Sorry about this, guys, but you know, it's none of my doing. Have you got your car back yet, Bob, or is that another like week or so? A lobster in the Ukraine. I bet you can find it, but it might cost you a fucking arm and a leg. This is horrible. Let me see something. Fuck. Oh, okay, so you only got a couple days. That's not bad. All right, so I guess I got this somewhat squared away. I visited different parts of Central Europe. It was okay, but women are just terrible compared to Thais. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I've been out of the game for so long. I don't know what's what. You know, once you've been married for 20 plus years, you lose track of touch of how everything is going. All right, Carlos, you take it easy. What's that smell? Somebody's running a shitload of cologne. More civilians than military dying. I don't know why I got these on. All right, well, since Chuck's not on, I don't have to have headphones on. I don't have to have any of this shit. Anyway, where are we at for time? I really wish I could see more of this because it's just, it's FUBAR. Show the goddamn chat. Okay, here we go. There's a special place in hell for people. Your resolution seems up, not 480. Well, it's not going to be. I don't know why they would make it 480 when I'm using 4G on my phone. I see the chat too. Yeah, I think it was Chuck's giggling. I think all this little girl giggling just changed everything. I see the chat too, Patsy Bob. I can see it. It's coming in. But the problem is that I click on things and they don't Like right now I hit smash. Okay, there we go. Now it's working. Smash that like button. Okay, please remember to subscribe. So it's working now. I don't know why. Audio is choppy. Fuck me. Let's see here. Resolution higher and sometimes audio gets choppy. That's because I'm on my phone and I'm still running the thing on the computer. Let me try something. You guys should be able to hear me fine. There we go. This is back on the computer. And the thing is you guys just need to hear me. I don't need to hear anybody else. So actually I could disconnect these headphones. Yeah, I don't know what it is. I really don't know what it is, but I need to figure it out at some point. I mean, it's been a lot better, but still, I can't have these kind of headaches. That's why it's better I stream alone. I mean, no offense to Chucky. I mean, I give him shit for giggling, but he does add a lot to the stream. So does Bob. And but yeah, I'm not completely convinced by this. Excellent, all clear. If you stop, I'm not moving around. I'm not moving at all. The only thing moving are my lips. Yeah, I'd rather be in Europe. Depends on where in Europe. I don't think I'd like to be in Germany right now or Russia. Or really, I mean, there's no reason to be in the Ukraine if you don't live there or you're not going to go there for some specific reason related to the conflict. Oh, well, thank you, Bob. I didn't know you cared. I'm glad my lips and eyes look fine. I didn't know I was fine. This place has been dead, man. Really, there's very few people in here anymore. It's just gone to shit. Their business must have gone to shit. Maybe they made it up from grab. I don't know, but really, this place should be packed. Not anymore. Anyway, so I went over the things, the different reasons why people don't come here. If you got an idea for a stream, let me know. Let me see here. What is this? I think Chuck he got too high on the ganja. I think he ate too many cookies. Too many cookie. Really? I don't know, man. He's not usually that giggly. He tells me all the time. He tells me offline. He tells me, "Oh yeah, I love messing with you because you get so mad." I'm not mad, but like it's like enough already. I'm not mad at him. I know how he is. I know him better than you guys. I mean, really. How can I be mad at him? It's like being mad at one of my kids. Uh, anyway, now they turn the music down. Oh, it looks like there's a. Why is it not green? Oh, there it is. It's green. I'm going to turn that off. Crime in EU is going up significantly. More and more Muslims everywhere living off my money. I pay taxes. I do not exaggerate. The euro is going down. War, feminists, socialists. Yeah, that's why I'm glad I probably only have another 15, 20 years of life, if that. I mean, really, I don't, now I see why people are like, I'm ready. I'm ready to go now. My time is here. Because they're like, I've had enough of the world. I've had enough. The world isn't like it was when I was younger. Let me do something. I'm gonna mess with him. Chucky. What the fuck happened? He's probably taking a dump. Wants to spare us the gory details. Are you on the throne? Anyway, God, I'm just pissing time away right now. So the new Batman movie's out. Aren't I thrilled? Alex he's ecstatic. Oh, the new Batman movie's out. I'm like, yeah. He's like, we're all going. I go, what do you mean we're all going? He goes, no, you and me and Nicholas, we're gonna go. And I'm like, you know. On top of that, women have the dating sites where they can choose many men, sort them by salary, body shape. Well, so can you. You can sort them too. The thing is you got to be desirable enough. You know, maybe when I was a little younger, I was a little more desirable. You know, but now, I mean, I'd have a hard time of it. You know, I'd eventually, you know, I'd be taken care of physically, but I don't know about finding a good woman. I was lucky to find my wife when I found her. Really. But I mean, you know, you just got to make yourself desirable enough now where the women are like, they're just like, oh, I got to be with this guy. It's easier said than done. I understand, but that's where the world has come to. It's like, you know, the law of economics. You know, if you got the value, then they're going to want you. If you don't have the value, or they don't see it like you're valuable, then, you know, they're not going to want you. It's going to be more difficult. And I've seen a lot of guys in the manosphere who have been talking about how much more difficult it is now to find good women who are not just, they're just looking for the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. You know. So it doesn't surprise me that people, you know, are complaining about the women of the West. And it doesn't surprise me one bit. Everything I've seen, it's just getting worse and worse and worse. You know, which is why you know, if I would have known 50 years ago, 40 years ago, what I know now, I would have been like, I don't give a shit about anything but money. I don't care. Money is the only thing that's important. I probably would have thought that way. I didn't grow up thinking that way. You know. But I think that now you kind of have to. I think it's important. But boss, the problem here is that there are 1,000 women and 500,000 men. That's an exaggeration. Come on. Women are the buyers and men are the sellers. The thing is, they are just shitty women in every way, so not worth it. I understand, man. I mean, you know, I have a vague understanding of it. And that's why you kind of got to have the screw you money. You got to have that. If you don't have screw you money, then your options are kind of limited. I'll never forget. Even my mother said to me once, I was with some chick, and the chick was the chick was pissed off because I was screwing other women. And at the time, I thought I had it going on. I didn't have it going on that much. But I had enough going on where I could have multiple chicks, And I said something about it just in passing. She's like, what's going on with so-and-so? She's mad at me because I got, a couple of other girls or whatever. And she was like, well, what are their options? I go, well, they got options, but, like, so do I. And so they want to be the one at the time, they want to be the one, and they don't like the fact that they're not. They're trying to make me want them so that they're the one, the only one. Now, that hasn't happened in many years. I was about 25 years old then, something like that. But oops, tired of my Thai girlfriend, what to do? Yeah, I mean, if you listen to some of these guys that are big in the manosphere, it's like, get enough of them. And I used to say the same thing. I used to go on my motorcycle on a weekend. I would go out and I'd collect numbers. I'd see how many numbers can I get in a day. I'd go out on my motorcycle. Huntington Beach. Longhorns, I want to see you zip line too. I'm sure you do better than me, and definitely better than Bob. But it would be funny to see you riding that zip line like dental floss. When I was younger, I could have done that very easily, but I'm not younger. But what I used to do is I used to go out and collect numbers. And, I'd ride my motorcycle around, and I was brown, I was tan, I was, fit, and I had hair. I was still short. And I would get as many phone numbers as I could, and I'd just start calling them up. I'd hit them, hey, remember me? Yeah, you want to go out? And sometimes I'd go out with them. Sometimes I'd collect 10 numbers, and maybe if I was lucky, I got laid by one or two of them, Zip line becomes fishing line. Focus has to be on making money and being the best version of oneself. Yeah, and I mean, I said it the other day, where when you're younger, when I was younger, maybe not some of you guys, I don't know, but I think everybody's in this kind of 40 to 65 age bracket. But when I was young, it was, be a decent guy, treat them with respect, and, be well off enough to where you could take them out once in a while. And that was enough. And if they liked you, they look at you with the goo-goo eyes, and that was it. I don't know if that happens anymore. I'm sure it does for younger, really, good-looking guys, but you wouldn't be able to hold on. My thing was not so much riding the zip line. It was once I started hitting the end portion of the zip line, if I didn't stop, that's what happened where I was hanging upside down, and they're like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "No." Do I look like I'm okay? And then the other time I was, walking across like a tightrope, and I fell. And I fell right. That zip line went right up the tightrope went right up the ass crack. That was not fun. And I just saw something the other day. It's this girl who used to be, where she was on a Netflix special about some bar in Nana in Chinatown. There's a Nana area in Chinatown. And she's, like 23, 24, nice looking chick. I wouldn't call her like everybody's speech. She's got a bunch of tattoos and stuff, but, nice looking girl. And she said something like, some middle-aged men don't understand that when a young bartender is being friendly, it doesn't necessarily mean that they want to get with them. And I think here in Thailand, especially, that rings true with a lot of guys, because they seem to think that, even though I mean, and I've said it before, you know, so you're 60 years old, you're 70 years old. Do you think some chick who's 20 years old is looking forward to showing up with their new boyfriend who's probably older than her parents? And, you know, let's face it, when you get a little older, you don't look quite as good as when you were young. I don't. They're not like saying, hey, I can't wait to show you off to my family. You know, and I can't wait to see your wrinkled nutsack and your saggy gut and your saggy ass. They're not like reveling in that, going, oh my God, I'm so fortunate to have you. Now, if you got money, then that kind of supersedes it. If you got some big money, you're willing to throw around, but not always. What is this? When you go back from Thailand and have a girlfriend, now what? Do you sponsor her? What is it? I don't understand. You got a girlfriend and you're leaving Thailand? Is that what you mean? She's only your girlfriend while you're here. Once you leave, you know, you got to expect different kinds of things, you know. You know what I'm saying? Shit happens. I mean, you know, you would hope it doesn't, but it does. You just say, yeah, okay. And, you know, you give them the option. Hey, honey, you know, if you find somebody that you want to be with, go for it, you know. Up to you. Just let me know, like, you know, afterwards, just, you know, let me know, hey, listen, you know, I've been boning some dude, so you might not want to, like, rush back for me. Because sponsoring doesn't do shit. All that does is add another product to the product line. You know what I'm saying? It's like that might not be worded the best way, but you know, you're just adding another sponsor. It's another revenue stream. If you're smart, you tell her to do what she wants. See you when I get back. Exactly. That's what I mean. Because she's going to do it anyway. In fact, you don't have to say a goddamn thing. And usually they'll bring it up if they're into you. But, like, you don't have to say anything. You don't have to promise her the world. You don't have to promise, oh, baby, don't worry, I'm coming back soon for you. And I know that's difficult, but if you're really smart, you just go, all right, I'll see you later, honey. And you give them a call once in a while. Well, I left because I wanted a lifestyle change. I wanted to train in Muay Thai. I wanted to experience more of Thailand. I felt like I really liked the country and I wanted to experience more of it. The women have always been just the icing on the cake. Even in the beginning, they were just icing on the cake. They were just it was like, okay, I'm going to go and do my thing all day. I'm going to go do this and do that. Maybe I had a chick with me. Maybe I didn't. And then at the end of the night, you got somebody in bed, you know, like to, you know, have some fun with. Anyway, let's see if I can change this. Now we got all these messages here. It seems to be working a little better, but I don't know. Yeah, see, there's all kinds of little things happening here. Some guys are so naive, they believe her when she says, I'm only for you, but need money, 15,000 to not work more. Yeah, that's, I mean, listen, just remember the guy who came into Starbucks, the Canadian guy who, I think he was living in Israel, and he was giving the girl, like, what did he say, 80,000, 100,000 baht? And she wouldn't even sleep with him. And I'm like, well, dude, what are you giving her anything then? Why are you giving her that much, first of all? And second of all, why are you continuing to allow this? It's just stupid. You know. And maybe you need to get smacked around a little bit. Maybe you need to learn, hey, you know, I can't do this and expect anything. Yeah, I mean, even nowadays, even 30,000, that's not all that much money here. You can blow through 30,000 baht like nothing, you know. So, it's a shame, but it's not like it used to be. Where it used to be 30 years ago, 25 years ago, that um, you know 30,000 baht, and you could get a lot. When you got meals that are 20 baht a pop, that went a long way. Nowadays, forget about it. You're talking 50,000, 100,000, and that's like just for them to be able to achieve some goals. They're not stupid. I mean, really. Some people think, oh, these girls, they're not that bright. And yeah, okay, there's some knuckleheaded chicks out there. There's some girls who are like, I'm gonna grab a bunch of, I'm gonna do some drugs and I'm gonna gamble and I'm gonna piss everything. But there's also some that are very, very intelligent, and they use that money, and they've got 4 or 5 guys on the hook. And this guy's giving them 20, this guy's giving them 15, another's giving them 50. And they're earning a couple 100,000 a month. They're not even opening their legs up for anybody except the Thai guy down the street. Yeah, and that's not even including tips, Longhorns. I mean, there were times when I'd go in before, and I'd sit and have get a couple drinks with the girl, whatever. And if I didn't take her, I'd give her a couple 100 baht most of the time as a tip. So don't let them fool you. They're not stupid, and you're not a lot smarter than them. You know what I mean? Like, you think, oh, this poor girl. Fuck, poor girl. You're the poor sap that's going in there throwing her, your harder. It's ridiculous. It always depends on age, wear and tear. Yeah, this is not very good quality, the video. What's funny is inside the studio, it looks like it's pretty good. But outside, it doesn't look very good. I never went to an old lady bar. Well, there were times when I went to beer bars and I would just be sitting there and some old hag would come up and she'd start massaging my shoulders, and I would be like, oh no, get away. And then sometimes they'd be like, hey, she's doing a good job. You know what? Give me the massage. I give her 100, 200 baht. They're all old lady bars if you're in it. I don't know what to say about that. I don't know anything about all this stuff anymore. I don't know anything anymore. It's like I'm in the middle of the tornado. I don't really know I'm in a tornado because it's not hitting me. I'm just kind of going with the flow. That's how I am nowadays. I don't feel bad for the girls. I don't feel bad for the guys who screw up. I don't feel bad for any of them. Really, why should you? Why should you feel bad for any of the chicks? They got options. They just don't like their options. That's what it is. And the guys have options too. Screw the pig back home. I mean, think about it. Shit. Why don't you look in the description, Cats and Good Coffee? That'll tell you. It's pretty simple. I had an internet website. I sold stuff. I wrote for various boxing and travel magazines and took photos. I work for a boxing company, and I work on YouTube. Human with no job and managed to make a dude. I mean, think about it. You got to think about it. You really got. If you don't know, you're not going to find out yourself. You're not going to figure it out by me telling you. There's plenty of ways. You could work on Fiverr. You could do website design. You could be a gambler. You could be a day trader. There's so many different things you can do. My building office clerk has a massage girlfriend who is high demand, and I ask her, when will she settle down? I have ATM in my job, 6 to 9, guy a day, 1,000 baht each, 6 a day. I cannot. Now, does she give the full service, or is it just a massage? Or need I ask? Oh, come on. You know what I think. Well, this is terrible video. Absolutely horrific. It's really bad. Let me see something. Yeah, see, I'm looking on my phone and it's not too bad. It's a little fuzzy, but not too bad. When you change the pop-up messages, it screws up the video. I was just wondering about real examples of guys you met with almost nothing and found a way to make one, but I guess it's a silly question. It's not that it's a silly question. It's a question that you know, if you look around, there's only so many ways to really make it online. You know, you be a freelancer at something. You write, you shoot photos, you do website design, you do you know, app development. There's a number of ways. There are guys who I've known guys who gambled. I've known guys who did day trading. I know one guy who does very, very well day trading, and you know he lives quite well. He's in Phuket. Um, you know, there's many ways. Even more than when I made a video about it. Yeah, I did do that, and I made a shitload of money for you know for I don't know, a year or two. You don't want to do that nowadays, though. I'm telling you, my buddy did it with Formula One shirts. He got a cease and desist letter from Formula One, and he stopped because he didn't want to get in trouble. And then he like years later, I don't know anybody named Anton Kryl. I only know one person named Anton, and I don't really know him. But not I don't know what this guy is. I don't think it's the same last name. So no, I don't know that person. But anyway, he went like years later through his storage. He had some stuff stored um, at like his wife's place, and so he decided to put them on Craigslist. He put them up on Craigslist, and like within a day, he got somebody that said they wanted to buy them. And I've told this story before, but he went and met with the guy, and the guy said, "Yeah, I want to buy them, and I'll give you whatever the amount was. It was a fair amount." And so he went to deliver the shirts, and when he showed up, the cops were there, and they busted him. Well, they were going to bust him, and he had to pay him off. He had to pay him 30,000 baht, and so he did. And and the guy was a foreigner. The guy was a Westerner, and the guy actually said to him afterwards, "You want to go have a drink? Let's go have a drink together." My buddy was like, piss off. You're welcome, cats and good coffee. Thank you. You are the very first of the day, the first super chat of the day, the first and only. So thank you. So I would not suggest doing anything unless it's above board. And there's that one video that I did a review of. The one, I think it's My Thai Wife Scams or something like that. And the guy who was with the girl was selling like fake Rolexes, fake purses, fake Gucci purse. He was selling all this copyrighted shit, which they have cracked down on quite a bit in the last 20 years. I mean, this is a long time ago when I was doing that, but I think he got busted. He got popped or whatever, but you don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. And you really, in my opinion, you don't want to teach English unless you're somebody who is a career teacher. If you're not a career teacher, why do you want to do it? What? Oh, so I can live in Thailand. Ugh. I know the only reason that I ever taught English was not because I enjoyed teaching. Because I don't have the most patience. I did it because I needed the money. There is a Japanese guy that I know who buys people's old stuff, and he gives them fuck all, But I mean, it's like, listen, when you're sitting on something and it's something you don't want, it's throw it in the garbage or get 100 or 200 baht for it. What are you going to do? If you get a whole bunch of stuff, and what I did was I gave Nicholas some of my old stuff. Nicholas would find some of his old stuff. So would Alex, my wife. We would all give him a bunch of stuff. We'd give him a box of stuff. He'd come back with 2,000 baht. Now that guy is turning around and selling it for probably 10,000 or 15,000. So, but that's something, I don't know how the guy's set up or anything like that. I don't know. There's the one guy, he's got the bookstore, the Dasa Books. He started a bookstore, and it's a used bookstore. Nothing new. He gets used books. He pays 100 baht, 50 baht, 200 baht for a book. He turns around and sells them for, 600. And he's been able to make it, for quite some time. It's not as easy as it used to be. That's my opinion. The advantage now, though, back in the day, there was not that much information. There was nobody on YouTube like me. There's nobody on YouTube like, a lot of the other Thai bloggers. You didn't have that. People didn't know. It was just, it was just starting out. You had to figure it out for yourself. Back in the day, it was like you could get all kinds of pirated software very easily. You still can now. But nobody gave a shit. I mean, they did, but they didn't. You know what I mean? They didn't do anything about it. They didn't enforce it. And then about a year or two after I saw that this was something people were doing, they were selling the stuff online. And I didn't want to do it because I thought it was too risky. I thought, fuck that. So there's ways to make a buck here, but usually it involves, you need money. And if you don't know the culture, what are you going to do? You just come in here. It's like me going to me going to, I don't know, Zimbabwe. I've never been there in my life. And I'm going to go there with, a minimal amount of money because I just want to live in Zimbabwe. I heard it's good there. And I'm just going to start things up and just make a buck there. It's like, it's not the brightest move. You need to know your selling environment. You're selling, you need to know the market. You need to be smart about it. And I'm not that smart when it comes to that stuff. By starting a company or by doing something online, whatever, where he's not. I mean, I used to sell stuff that I would buy from Thailand when I first came over, and I was here, and then I realized, oh, I'm not making it, and I went back and worked in Alaska. When I came back, this guy had told me about selling things online and making a website. I learned how to make websites. It took me a couple of months. It took me like 6 months. And then what I started doing was I started buying like little like they look like jade, but they're like little painted eggs. I'd buy them for like $10 and sell them for 30. I'd get little pillows. They were like Isan pillows. A lot of people have them in their house or in their automobiles in the window. They have like gold foil thread that's woven in. Stuff like that, stuff from like silk notebooks and stuff like that. And I just started selling them, and I would make money. Well, I mean, like, what do you need a drop shipping course for? It's not the most fucking difficult thing. You got to figure out what the best price is, where you're going to get it, how much you need to shell out, and are you going to make any money? Is the ship? It always boils down to with products that you're shipping overseas. Is there going to be a duty? How much does it weigh, and what's the overall cost? If you got something that's $20, it's going to cost you $30 to ship it, and they can get it back home for $30, then what the hell do they need to buy it from you for? Yeah, but not everybody wants Indians making their websites. I don't. I wouldn't hire an Indian to make my website. And they're not going to make it for $2. Go on to Fiverr. Cats and Good Coffee. Go look on Fiverr and go check out what you can do. Nowadays, almost nothing is $5. Nothing is $5. It's $5, but you got to pay for 5 units. So it's minimum $25 or whatever. If it was $5, I'd make 50 shirts or something like that. It's not. It might end up costing you $50, $100 to make a design for a shirt. This is the other thing. If you're going to sell something, you got to figure out how much do you really need to make. Because if you're only selling one item a month and it's making you $30, what's the fucking point? If there's no room for growth, what's the point? My wife did that with some Coach products, Jim. She brought a Coach wallet and a Coach purse back, and she basically bought her own Coach wallet and Coach purse for free. She sold them to a friend. Thank you, Mr. Bilal. Good to see you. Appreciate it, as always. Choke D to you, Mr. Bilal. I mean, if you're really sharp, you'll set up shipping from one country to another, and you're not even in the same country. I mean, people do that with China all the time. I knew a guy who he would get soccer products, and he'd get them made in China, and then he would sell over the world, and he was in Canada. And he got stuff sent to Canada, but he had stuff sent all over the world, and that's how he made his money. He just had a relationship with the factory. He knew the quality of everything. He trusted them, and he did very, very well. And I helped him here in Thailand, and for a couple of months I did very well with him. He was buying all kinds of stuff, and then he didn't need anymore. And then the market kind of changed, and yeah. But the problem now, Jim, is that the prices are getting to be the same everywhere. They're not stupid. After a while they figure out, hey, Thais are going to pay $500. They'll pay it. They'll get the money. They used to think they're not going to. I'll tell you what, the other day, what was it I was going to do? Oh, I was looking into my Spotify, and it was hooked up to PayPal. And I thought, I don't know if I want to keep this hooked up to PayPal. Now, my PayPal's a Thai account, 209 baht. I was like, okay, well, that's great. So I thought, I'll put it on my US card. I start to put in the information for the US card. Spotify is $15. The plan I have is $15. That's 500 baht. Almost 500. That's about 500 baht. 500 baht versus 209 here. So it's not always the case, but the prices of designer stuff here now are the same or more, or they're at least closing in on the same price from before. Yeah, I mean, it happens to my wife a lot, and I always go get the money first. And, that way, listen, if you make $40, screw it. The only thing is that if you're bringing it in, you better hope that it's not still in the package, because if you get stopped by customs or something like that and you have over a certain amount, then they might end up charging you duties, and then you lose money. And, if you've already got the money, people are not going to go, oh, don't worry, I'll give you that extra $100 because you got charged duties. They're like, no. Sorry, you said you'd get it for this much, and this is what I want. Listen, I went to Singapore a couple of times, and I actually bought legitimate, authentic soccer jerseys. I would buy them for about $35. I'd buy all the ones they had that were like a little bit older models, and where they were getting ready to come out with a new model. And what I did was I got a big suitcase. I put a couple of pairs of clothes in there that were mine. And then I would get like 50 or 100 jerseys, and I'd come back here and I would sell them, and I'd make like $15 a jersey. I'd spend a couple $100 to go to Singapore. I'd buy some stuff. They have different places that all they do is sell football equipment and they're legitimate shops, jerseys and stuff like that. So, it takes a lot of looking around. I just kind of lucked into it. I'd be like, oh, if I get 3 of those, can you bump the price down from 30 to 25? And they go, yeah, okay. You're a good customer, no problem. And then I knew I would get rid of them, so the money is always an issue. It's always an issue for people moving. And, the one other thing that I didn't think about, and I'm thinking about now, is the visa issue. If you're not 50 years old, and I do see them raising that number in the future to maybe 55. If you're not 50 years old, what are you going to do? You're going to get an elite visa? Okay, good luck with that. You can do it, but you got to have the money. You got to be willing to shell the money out for, I'd say at least 5 years. And then, maybe you can stay from 45 to 50, and then you work on a retirement visa or whatever. Okay, you can do that. But that is another reason that people don't always want to make a move. But as the one guy said, I didn't agree with everything he said, but what he was dead on about is that there are places you can stay and you can get citizenship, residence at least, and you can stay, just as long as here, if not longer, with far less hassle. And it doesn't cost you all that much, But again, like I said the other day, you can get the ED visa. You can do a Muay Thai thing. There's a number of ways that you can. And then if you have to, you can just stay for a few months. You go out of the country, and then you come back in. Right now is not the best time to do that, obviously. But once things get back to hopefully the way they used to be, you should be able to go across and go to, say, Cambodia or somewhere else for a couple of days or a week or a day. It used to be you just crossed over the border. I've done it before where I would go to Cambodia. What I would do is I'd go to the border of Thailand and Cambodia. They'd stamp me out of Thailand. I'd walk into the Netherland or whatever. Neverland, what is it? The Neverlands, where it's in between Cambodia and Thailand. You'd walk. I think it's technically would be Cambodia going there and then Thailand coming back into Thailand. You get there, you pay the money, you stamp in, you walk out of the immigration, you turn right around and you walk right back into immigration, into Cambodian immigration. They stamp you out, you walk right back into Thai immigration. That's how it used to be. I don't know, but they'll do that anymore. It may be more problematic now. They might want you to stay a night or, right now you wouldn't want to do it just because of the restrictions. But they might go away in the next couple of months. So there might be people that are doing that, I don't know. Yeah, the border runs. I mean, 25 years ago, that was something many, many people did. That was the way that a lot of people stayed. They would get a tourist visa, and some of them would get a tourist visa that was a 1-year tourist visa. But some people would get visas that were good for 3 months, or they were good for 2 months, and they'd extend for a month, and they'd have to go out of the country. Or some people wouldn't get a visa at all. They just come in for a month, extend for a month. After 2 months, boom, they go across the border and come back. They figured things out. That was a hack. It's not a hack anymore. All right, so I think it's time to go. We've been streaming a while now. I don't know if I'm going to stream tomorrow or just Wednesday, or I don't know. I don't know when I'm going to be streaming again. I wish I could make a schedule, but I just can't. I can't adhere to it. But thank you, everybody, for joining me. Do remember to leave a thumbs up if you like the topic of this conversation, topics of this conversation, and the videos that are up, everything that's on the channel. Leave a thumbs up, subscribe. Let's see here. I made calculations. A 5-year elite visa. Wait a minute. How much is that? What's the 5? The 5-year is the one for 500,000 baht. Something like that. 600,000, 500,000, I think it is. $305 a month. Depends on if you got the money or you really want to stay here. 600,000 now. Yeah, they raised it. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know if I'd be willing to part with that just to stay here for 5 years. I don't know. It depends on how much money I had, and I'd rather do the one for 20 years. All right, Jim, take it easy. What was I going to say? Oh yeah. Just with what you save in accommodation and food, it might be worth it. What are you saving? I don't understand. What are you saving in accommodation and food? I don't get it. I don't understand that. Anyway. Oh, yeah, but you can't think like that, man. You really can't think like that. You cannot think like that. That's a tourist way of thinking. You think, oh, I'm going to save more money. Yeah, okay, you're moving here to get a better value for your money. Understood. However, if you're going to be a local here, you can't be thinking, oh, well, it's cheaper here, so it's a good deal. If it's not a good deal, it's not a good deal. It doesn't matter how much money you're paying. I mean, it's simple, really. If you're in Thailand and you're down and you go, oh, my taxi fare is 120 baht, I'll just give them 200 baht. Now, I guess if you're rich or you've got plenty of money and you're not worried about it, fine, it's your money. But you don't have to do that. If it's 120 baht, you give them 120 baht. If you want, you give them a 10 baht tip or something, 20 baht tip. But you don't need to give them 100 baht every time, or 80 baht every time. You don't have to do that because it's not the norm here. It's not. This is Thailand. This is not America. This is not anywhere in Europe. This is Thailand. So you got to remember, play by the rules that the Thais play by. Do what you can to do that. Yeah, I mean, things more expensive. Okay, you might find some things that are more expensive here they're more expensive here than they are back in Europe. That's what I mean. Well, you don't have to eat rice and noodles, but there are ways to, you know. Well, I never recommend that because that might end up costing you a hell of a lot more in the long run. You know what I'm saying? It costs you a hell of a lot more. All right. Anyway, what a stream. Hopefully next time things will be a little smoother. But thank you again, and yeah, I am trying to get to the Ukraine. If you're interested in helping me get there and you want to pledge, that doesn't mean you have to give the money up right now or anything like that. It's a pledge that you're willing to. If I get the necessary funds and a necessary amount of pledges, and right now I have 4 confirmed pledges. This is terrible, terrible video. I have 4 confirmed pledges, which amounts to about $400 or $500. And I need around $4,000 total because the ticket's taken care of. I have some money, not enough, but I have some. And combined with all that, I should be able to stay there for 2 or 3 weeks. But just let me know. You can email me. You can leave a comment, whatever you want to do. Or just keep watching, and I'm not worried about it either way. I mean, I would like to go, but I'm a little apprehensive, and I don't know that I have that many people who are willing to part with their hard-earned money just to see me go over there. And who knows what'll happen there, So anyway, thank you for joining me, and until next time, I am Scott. I'm an American in Bangkok. I'll talk to you guys later. All right. Take care. Let's see if this. Let's see if this outro actually works. I don't know if it's going to work or not. We'll see. I tell you what. Oh, Steve. Hi and bye. Green Mountain Trader. Scott, don't you think that Ukraine should surrender? Oh, fucking shut up. Steve, I may stream tomorrow if you're around. If not, hi and bye. Um, hope you're doing well. And yeah, I will talk to all you guys later. Please don't ask me please don't ask me some douchebag question like, do you think that the Ukraine should surrender? No, I don't. Why should they? Well, that's good, Stephen. Yeah, I was wondering. Gennaro was wondering where you were. So I'm trying to get to like Poland or Hungary, at the very least, just to cover the what's going on the border. But I know a few people that are in Kiev right now and Lviv, and yeah, I don't know if that'll happen, but you know, what are you gonna do? You know. Anyway, oil is very, very good to me. Baseball has been very, very good to me. Anyway, all right. Well, I got to run. It's getting late, but Jesus Christ, I got 2 times leverage ETF. Careful? What's careful? No, I understand. You got to be careful. All right, you take it easy, Steven. I'll talk to you later. All right, we'll see you guys. Ciao. Let's see if this outro goes up automatically. Oh, yes, it will. Ooh, cool. All right.